Good morning, all you legends out there. I just thought I'd put up a bit of a video this morning of a rig for shark fishing that I saw, that I am going to use next time we go to the beach. Now, one of the problems with a lot of the beach fishing that we do, we normally use the standard Sputnik type breakaway sinkers, but the problem with them have been that they tend to get pulled out of the sand fairly easy. So I saw this rig that a lot of the shark fishermen are using now that uses a grappling, what they call a grappling anchor. Now, the rig that you use this with, and what I've been shown, is a rig I've made up myself, but you can buy these already made up. This is 200 pound nylon coated wire. It's about 2 meters long, I guess. So on one end we have a hook. You have whatever type of hook you want. I've only got a single hook on this one, but you could have, I don't know, a double hook, or even Paternoster type on there if you wanted to. Now, the other end of this, you would have about 500, 600 mil down from this end. This is a sliding swivel. It's a metal one, and you can, with the crimpers, crimp that onto this wire. So you crimp it on roughly 500-600 mil from the end. On this end you have a swivel, and on here you tie a short length of maybe 15-pound line at maximum onto your swivel. And the idea of the rig, this pointy end of the rig here, you hook that onto the swivel here, that's roughly 600 down. Ooh. And this lightweight line you hook onto the other end. Now, whenever you set this rig up, the distance between that swivel and that swivel with the anchor on there has got to be shorter than this blue line from here to here. Now, the reason for that, I'll explain how this rig will work. Now, obviously you're not going to cast this, it's going to be far too heavy to cast. So when you use a drone, use it off a boat, pardon me, use it off a, I don't know, off a canoe, kayak, or even a remote control bait launcher, when you drop it, this line from here to here is going to be tight, okay? And when it drops into the water, that's going to hit down like this way. Now, the reason you have this light line here is you need it to be reasonably strong so that you can pull on the line to set these barbs into the sand. I'll just bring that down a fraction. So these barbs, you want them to dig into the sand. All right, so they'll be in there when you pull your line tight after you've dropped your bait and you've set that into the sand. You've got the rest of this line out here with your bait on it. Now, when a fish comes and he grabs their bait, hopefully, it's going to pull it's going to pull this anchor out of the sand. Okay, now when you set the hook on your line, you don't want to be dragging this backwards this way, because these can catch on anything on the way. So the theory is that the lighter line here will have enough force on it to break. I don't know that I can break it. I'll try. Okay, it's broken. Now, the fish will be dragging this line just along with it. If you don't get a fish and you want to bring your line in, your line will break that lighter line when you start winding to break it out of the sand, and this cable will go tight. Now, when it goes tight and you start pulling, as you can see, it's pulling over the anchor away from the sand, and it'll pull it in so the barbs can't get caught. And then, of course, it's just a matter of winding it in. So that's a rig I've thought about making up. I'm going to give it a try. The size of your hooks that you put on there is not that important. I mean, it is, depending on what you're fishing for. But I think this is a 9.0 hook that I've put on here. Where we fish, we don't get that big a fish. I think a 9.0 would probably be more than enough for what we want to do. But I have thought of the idea of making some up with 12.0s on it, because I know there can be bigger ones there, and it'll be up to us to decide what we want to catch, whether we want to pull in a monster shark or just a normal one. So that's one of the rigs. As I say, it's just something I thought I'd have a go at making up, show you guys what it's all about, and when we actually go down the beach next, I'll try and do a vlog on me using it, and I'll give you a report on how it works and see how it goes. But I think the idea of it is good, and one of the big problems we've had with the Sputnik type sinkers, the wires are very flimsy on them, and on a really strong current the wires will unfold easily, and then they break away from the sand, and you end up with your line drifted a long way down the beach. So another hint that I was given by a guy from the bait shop that which was Get Wet in Traralgon, and he does a lot of shark fishing there. They set up for shark. They said that when you put your bait on here, they tie sometimes a line, only a light line, from this hook here, or not the hook, but from the loop in the line, and you can put a float or a small balloon with, you know, maybe 2 feet of line on it, to keep this hook off the bottom, which hopefully will keep your bait up high enough away from the scroungers on the bottom. You get your eagle rays and the crabs. I think your crabs will still swim up to them if they wanted to, and probably the rays will too, but the rays tend to feed on the bottom, and it keeps that off the ground. So it's another thing to possibly think about. Yeah, there's not much more I can add to it than that, but look, this is only a short video, and like I said, it was just something I'd put up there and see what you guys think of it. I'm open to any comments or whatever that you like to put up. I'd be more than happy to accept criticism, or, you know, as I say, this is all new to me. I haven't done a lot of shark fishing before, but this is an idea that most of the guys in Gippsland have been, or well, when I say most of the guys in the 2 tackle shops that I go to, Mad Outdoors and Get Wet, they both are shark fishermen, and these are rigs that they use very successfully. So give it a try. Give me any comments or likes, dislikes, whatever. I'm more than happy to accept criticism. Yeah, and if anybody has used this side of rig, also give me your report on how you think it went. We'll see how it all goes, and next time we go down there with the boys, we'll the 3 amigos, we'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, thanks for your time. Like and subscribe, and tight lines, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Ciao. GoPro.